So if time domain signal is multiplied by exponential, then in frequency in frequency domain we have shifting. This is the frequency shift property. That is e raised to alpha t x of t has Laplace transform x of s minus alpha. E raised to alpha t x of t has Laplace transform x of s minus alpha. Okay. So how you will prove that property? Use the definition of Laplace transform. So we here on this side we have e raised to alpha t x of t. So in the definition of Laplace transform, substitute this thing. In place of x of t, substitute this e raised to alpha t x of t. After that, combine these two exponential. Combine these two exponential. Then from this exponential, take minus sign common. So now if I compare here, everything is same, but instead of s, we have s minus alpha. Instead of s, we have s minus alpha. That means it is nothing but the Laplace transform of x of s minus alpha. अगर यहाँ पे s minus alpha की जगह पे सिर्फ s रहता तो ये Laplace transform रहता है x of s का. But यहाँ पे s minus alpha है, तो this is the Laplace of x of s minus alpha. That in the basics I have already told you. So this is how you can prove this property, time frequency shift property. Okay. Then next, in the last lecture we were discussing initial value theorem and final value theorem. So initial value and final values are always determined for time. Initial value and final values are always determined for time. This is first point. Then second point, this is the formula of initial value, that x of 0 equal to limit s tends to infinity s into x of s. So small x of 0 indicates time, capital X of s indicates frequency domain signal, Laplace signal. And this is the formula of final value theorem, that when time equal to infinity, that means x of infinity, it is given by limit s tends to 0 s into x of s. Then in the last lecture I told you that whenever limit tends to infinity, you have to see the highest power of s. You have to see the highest power of s and divide by that highest power. So that also we will see in the question. Okay, before proceeding for the numerical based on final value theorem, some important points I would like to discuss, because in competitive exam or in any exam, they use this fact, they use the actual concept. Okay, what is final value theorem? We are finding out the final value of the signal. What is meaning of final value theorem? We are finding out the final value of the signal. That means x of infinity. We are finding out the final value of the signal. पर अब कुछ सिग्नल ऐसे रहते कि जब टाइम आपका इंफिनिटी हो जाता, टाइम इज इंफिनिटी. So in that case, their value might be infinity. उनकी वैल्यू इंफिनिटी हो सकती. जब टाइम इंफिनिटी होगा तो उनकी वैल्यू इंफिनिटी होगी. There can be cases like cos फंक्शन, साइन फंक्शन, कि जब टाइम इंफिनिटी रहता तब हम बता नहीं सकते कि उनकी वैल्यू क्या होगी. राइट? We have two cases. First case, कि जब when the time is infinity, when you are using the final value theorem, that means you are finding out x of infinity. You are finding out x of infinity. That means time is infinity. So there can be some signals at which at t equal to infinity, that means at time t equal to infinity, the value is infinite. Or second case, there can be signal that at t equal to infinity, their value we cannot say. Just like cos function. At cos infinity, the value is unknown. It is between minus 1 to 1. Sin infinity, it is between 1 to minus 1. So again, for such cases, final value theorem is not applicable. So this fact is used in the competitive exams. So that also we will see today. फिर से मैं रिपीट कर रहा. Final value मतलब final value theorem is used to find out the final value of the signal. That means at t equal to infinity, what will be its value? अब आपके पास ऐसे कुछ सिग्नल रहेंगे कि जो इंफिनिटी पे इनफाइनाइट वैल्यू देते. जब t इक्वल टू इंफिनिटी होता है तब उनकी वैल्यू इंफिनिटी रहती. ऐसे कुछ सिग्नल रहते हैं जब t इक्वल टू इंफिनिटी रहता है उनकी वैल्यू इंफिनिटी रहती. तो उन सच केस में हम फाइनल वैल्यू थ्योरम यूज नहीं कर सकते. In such cases, we cannot use final value theorem. Or there can be some signals which are not defined at t equal to infinity, just like cos function. What is cos infinity? We don't know. It is between 1 to -1. So this important point we are going to see here. Okay, see here. X of s, we have x of s. So denominator of x of s equated with 0 will give you the poles. I have make it underline. If the denominator, if we equate with 0, it will give us pole. And numerator, when we equate with 0, gives us 0. Numerator, when equated with 0, gives us 0. Okay. For example, x of s is s plus 1, s plus 3 divided by s plus 2, s plus 4. So numerator is s plus 1, s plus 3. So numerator equal to 0, s plus 1 equal to 0, s plus 3 equal to 0. That means s equal to -1, s equal to -3. Okay. So s equal to -1 and s equal to -3 are zeros. What is the name? Zeros. Then similarly for denominator, s plus 2 equal to 0 and s plus 4 equal to 0. That is s equal to -2, s equal to -4. So s equal to -2 and s equal to -4 are poles. Numerator equated with 0 gives us zeros. Denominator equated with 0 gives us poles. Okay. So we have the S plane. We have our S plane. So in S plane, we have 0 at -1. We have 0 at -3. So zeros are denoted by circle. And poles are -2 and -4. Poles are denoted by cross. Poles are denoted by cross. Okay. So now if your pole, if one of the pole is present on the right hand side, this is RHS, this is RHS, and this is LHS. If one of the pole is present on the right half of S plane, right half of S plane, that means ये origin है, origin के इस तरफ अगर कोई pole present है, that is nothing but right half of S plane. If the pole is present on the right half of S plane, then we cannot use final value theorem. अगर आपका पोल राइट साइड में प्रेजेंट है, इसका मतलब डायरेक्टली होता है कि सिग्नल एट टी इक्वल टू इन्फिनिटी इट विल बी इन्फिनिटी. So we cannot use the final value theorem. So I have written that statement, important statement, that final value theorem is not applicable if poles are on RHS. If pole is on RHS, right half of S plane. So example, x of s equal to 1 upon s, s minus 1. So what are the poles? What are the poles? We have to equate denominator with 0. That means s equal to 0 and s equal to 1. These two are the poles, 0 and 1. These two are the poles. So now if I plot it on the S plane, so one pole is at origin, one pole is at 1. So at s equal to 1, so that means it is on the right half of S plane, it is on the RHS. So I cannot use final value theorem. Final value theorem is not applicable. See, होता क्या, स्टूडेंट्स को फॉर्मूला याद रहता, लिमिट एस टेंड्स टू 0 s into x of s, और वो हर टाइम कोई भी क्वेश्चन दे तो वो डायरेक्टली फॉर्मूला यूज करते और आंसर दे देते. बट आपको ये चीज फाइनल वैल्यू में देखना है कि आप फाइनल वैल्यू थ्योरम यूज कर सकते या यूज नहीं कर सकते. अगर आप यूज ही नहीं कर सकते तो फॉर्मूला यूज करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. नो नीड टू यूज द फॉर्मूला. एंड दिस फैक्ट इज यूज्ड इन द कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम. दिस पॉइंट इज यूज्ड इन द कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम. सो एम आई क्लियर अबाउट फाइनल वैल्यू थ्योरम? When to use, when to not use this final value theorem? If the pole is on the RHS, right half of S plane, then we cannot use final value theorem. Okay, we know that this cos function, this is the sketch of cos omega t. This is the sketch of cos omega t. At t equal to infinity, cos omega t will be between 1 to -1. At t equal to infinity, cos omega t will be between 1 to -1. So again, we cannot use final value theorem. Again, we cannot use final value theorem. Similarly, for the sine function, we cannot use the final value theorem. For sine function, we cannot use the final value theorem. Okay. So we know that cos omega t Laplace of cos at is s upon s square plus a square. Cos at has Laplace transform s upon s square plus a square. Laplace of sin at is a upon s square plus a square. So जब आपको s square plus a square, अभी एक्चुअली आपका इक्वेशन कैसा रहता, कोई भी अलजेब्रिक इक्वेशन रहता वो कैसा रहता, ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c. सो इसमें bx टर्म absent है. As you can see here, if you see, look at the denominator, it is s square plus a square. वैसे होना क्या चाहिए था, ये s स्क्वायर प्लस s, हम ऑर्डर डिक्रीज करते जाते ना, x स्क्वायर प्लस x प्लस कांस्टेंट. कोई भी इक्वेशन अलजेब्रिक इक्वेशन रहता वो रहता x क्यूब प्लस x स्क्वायर प्लस x प्लस कांस्टेंट. बट यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा, s स्क्वायर प्लस कांस्टेंट डायरेक्टली आ रहा. ओके, सो ऐसे टाइप का इक्वेशन अगर आपको दिखा, देन अगेन you have to understand that this is the Laplace of cos or sin, and again we cannot use the final value theorem. Or if you know that this is the Laplace of cos function, then we cannot use the final value theorem. So whenever you see this thing or this thing, we cannot use the final value theorem. That means s term is missing. एक s term missing है, तो हम final value theorem use नहीं कर सकते. हाँ, तीसरा point, what is meaning of final value? That time t equal to infinity. What is meaning of final value? Time t equal to infinity. फाइनल वैल्यू का मतलब होता है टाइम t इक्वल टू इंफिनिटी. और हमने नेटवर्क थ्योरी में देखे थे, वी नो दैट स्टेडी स्टेट मीनिंग इज आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम वी वॉट एवर द स्टेट विच वी गेट इज कॉल्ड एज द स्टेडी स्टेट. आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम the state we got is called as the steady state. And transient response we get at the beginning. ट्रांजिएंट रिस्पॉन्स जस्ट स्विचिंग जब भी होती तब हमको ट्रांजिएंट रिस्पॉन्स मिलता. जैसी स्विचिंग वगैरह हुई शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन के लिए हमको ट्रांजिएंट रिस्पॉन्स मिलता, और लॉन्ग टाइम के लिए जो रिस्पॉन्स मिलता उसको बोलते स्टेडी स्टेट. और इधर फाइनल वैल्यू मतलब ही टाइम t इक्वल टू इंफिनिटी है. तो फाइनल वैल्यू थ्योरम इज यूज्ड टू फाइंड आउट द स्टेडी स्टेट वैल्यू. दिस इज द थर्ड पॉइंट, that final value theorem is used to find out the steady state. That means it is used